Want a large SUV that can walk the walk as well as talking the talk? What about one you probably aren't familiar with, Ssangyong Rexton? This smarter, classier and hugely improved version is certainly a far more competitive proposition than it ever was before. Ultimately, if you're secure enough in yourself not to care too much about badge equity and want a large, capable, well-equipped 7-seat 4x4 for sensible money, it makes a lot of sense.
On the move, this improved Rexton certainly feels more cultured in the cabin, but once you've got properly underway, it's quickly clear that the driving dynamics are much as before. Now, Ssangyong continues to reject the car-like monocoque-style chassis approach that's used by mainstream rivals in favour of the sort of tougher but much heavier body-on-frame ladder chassis that you'll find in tougher SUVs that are intended for regular off-piste use. You're certainly instantly aware of this Rexton's size and weight, especially if you start to throw the car about. By the same token, though, there is also a pleasing sense of solidity that imparts the kind of feeling of safety and security that some will feel is far more important in a large SUV of this kind. And of course, thanks to a proper heavy-duty four-wheel drive setup with a low-range gearbox, this Rexton can be hugely impressive off-road. The mechanical package has been carried over from before, as has the 2.2-litre diesel engine, a 181 PS EXDI 220 unit, now developing 420 Nm of pulling power. Don't expect too much in terms of efficiency, the best results being achieved by the manual 5-seat model, which manages 36.2 miles per gallon on the combined cycle and 204 grams per kilometre of CO2. There's not much wrong with the way that power is delivered, though. It's available low down the rev range just where you need it, from as little as 1500 RPM. It's certainly perfectly adequate to shift the substantial 2.1 tonne curb weight, and it's the main reason why this car can offer such a hefty towing capability. It's now increased to 3.5 tonnes, and it matches what you get in much pricier Land Rover Discovery or Mitsubishi Shogun models. On the highway, the car is refined and surprisingly impressive, going about its business with a rather beguiling effortlessness, and that's complemented by the smooth shifting 7-speed Mercedes-sourced e-tronic automatic gearbox that most owners will specify. Now, for some reason, you have to have this self-shifter if you're going to get the multi-link rear suspension that does so much to improve the ride of models like the Ultimate variant that we're sampling here. The Rexton has never previously been an SUV styled to sit very comfortably in the golf club car park. As you can see, though, that's changed with this improved model, which represents a huge aesthetic step forward from its predecessor, thanks to a design language that's characterised by the concept of what the company calls dignified motion. The look is fresh and modern, yet also quite restrained. So far, so good. Time to take a seat behind the wheel. It's quite a step up. But once you're inside, it's really quite impressive. Easily the nicest Ssangyong cabin we've ever sampled. There's a smart 3-spoke leather-trimmed wheel, a classy wood-grain fascia inlay panel, and on this top model, even stitched leather quilting across the lower section of the dashboard and on the door cards. Infotainment provision is on another level too, courtesy of the larger, higher set 9.2-inch HD centre-dash touchscreen that comes as standard, providing you avoid entry-level trim. Time to take a seat in the second row, which is where that extra body length this Rexton enjoys over similarly priced rivals ought to pay off. And that's pretty much the way it works out back here, with decent space for two and, thanks to this low centre transmission tunnel, room for three should you need there to be. This car's long wheelbase means there's room for third row seating too, and boot space. Once the hatch is raised, there's a truly colossal cargo area if the variant you have is a 5-seat only model like this one. Need more room? Well, if you fold the middle row backrests forward, a vast storage area is provided. 1,977 litres on this 5-seater model and 1,806 litres if you have a 7-seat variant with the second and third rows folded. Much has changed with this vastly improved Rexton, with major upgrades in styling and cabin quality matched with huge enhancements in safety and media technology. Ultimately though, the fundamental reason why you'd buy this car remains much as it was before, and that's namely that there simply isn't another properly capable large SUV in the same price bracket as this one. Sure, it does offer very much a no-nonsense approach, but in the pretentious age we live in, that in many ways is actually rather refreshing. There's still a place in the SUV segment for old-school virtues, and Korea's oldest and most experienced brand reckons it's perfectly placed to deliver them.